This is Jerod Lakefield, a novel by Don Fensler, Part 36, Phase 2, Part 7. Jerod Lakefield in the second half. We were all in a fucking daze. We were getting our fucking asses beat. We clappers. Something we clappers should be totally used to, but some spirit had entered the room. The clappers were getting beat worse than usual, but we did not have the strength to dispute or laugh at Jerod. Jerod Lakefield was here in L.A., finally. The second half started, and Jerod was still on the bench. But the score got to 75-36, and Champion began looking down at Jerod more and more. What the hell? What have we got fucking to lose? I imagined him thinking. But Jerod was the 12th man on the team right now. 12th at best. After his performance in the preseason, he was on the borderline of being cut or sent to the CBA or even back to fucking Topeka, Nebraska, to quote Coach Champion. 1 point in 10 games, an exhibition, and he was going to be our savior in this game, a game that is already lost. That is what I imagine the esteemed Coach Champion to be thinking. What the hell? Lakeman, yelled Champion, you're going in for Hurley. Oh God. Jerod Lakefield went in as a shooting guard. This was his NBA regular season debut. I was filled with excitement and dread at the same time. This was Jerod Lakefield. I had seen that he could be beyond human on a basketball court, but that was just in games with St. Cloud State. He obviously had not showed me anything since he came out to San Diego. We were 2 million miles from St. Cloud State now. I looked over at Jennifer. To my fucking amazement, she had perked up and seemed ready to rejoin the living, and even seemed excited like she was expecting, hoping something might happen. Oh God. Here's how it played out. Behind by 39 points, the Clappers threw the ball in 1 minute into the second half. Jerod, to my consternation, ran to his home near the scorer's table. He moved back and forth in that area only. Twice he got the ball and quickly passed it away. What the fuck was he doing? Coach Champion was not happy. I could tell. Lakeman talks him into letting him play, and yet here goes the fucking disappearing act again. The 1 point in 10 games, Jerod Lakefield. The Bearcats scored 2 quick baskets, and we were behind by 41 fucking points. My God. My fucking gosh. Champion looked like he was about to explode. Multiple veins in his neck, both on the left and right side, and down in his groin region in fucking stereo and surround sound. Champion was shaking his head and thinking, I am going to go fucking insane right here and now. We're behind by 41 points. Then, when I was sure Jerod was about to be pulled out of the game, I heard this voice, like a voice calmly booming down from heaven. Boom the word, screen. Screen? It was the voice of Jerod Lakefield. You felt his words in your chest and to the core of your being. Screen. That was all Jerod Lakefield said. That was all Jerod Lakefield ever needed. The other 4 clappers looked confused, but they were paying attention. Jerod Lakefield had said screen. It was not an order. It was the fucking 11th commandment. On our next time down the court, Jerod got the ball, and one of our guys came over to set a screen. But the Bearcat defender was on Jerod before he could get the ball. Set up the screen faster, yelled Jerod. Please. I started to laugh uncontrollably. For one thing, in For one thing, an inexplicable joy, but also because this was Jerod Lakefield, the only fucking player in the history of the NBA to say please in the middle of a fucking game. Especially in the middle of a fucking butt kicking. But suddenly I felt this joy, this gleeful anticipation. The Bearcats scored another basket. Zeke Randolph. He must have 30 points by now. We were behind by 37 points. Give it up, Jerod, a part of me thought. Then we had the ball, and the ball was in Jerod's hand just across the half-court line, and he launched a shot, a crazy shot. He didn't even wait for a screen, and the ball blasted through the rim and basket like a missile. The shot had no arch at all, a three-pointer. And then the bemused Bearcats threw the ball in. A blinding streak caught the corner of my eye, and I saw the pass in was not going to make it to a Bearcat player. It was tipped to the right side of the basket by Jerod Lakefield, and he grabbed it and he shot from 10 feet out, not even thinking to take it in closer for a layup, and the ball went through the rim and basket like a missile again. We were down now by only 32. The crowd was starting to take notice. The arena was far from filled, maybe half filled at most. So many had already left. The Memphis coach stood up for the first time in a long time during the game. He had nothing to say to his players, no reason to call a timeout. This was just a fluke, right? But I had a feeling, more than a feeling, as I knew I was seeing the start of something I had seen before. Memphis brought the ball down. It was obvious they wanted to get the ball to Zeke Rudolph. He wanted the ball. He had 30 points. He wanted 50 points at least in this game. He was one of the all-time greats. No one recognized this, the asshole, I'm sure he was thinking. It was well documented that what he thought of his career and the rest of the world. They have dissed me. And if I want to get a dunk and drive or beat my girlfriend or wife or both at the same time is okay, because I'm fucking special. I'm Zeke Rudolph. Special with a fucking capital S. Zeke Rudolph wanted the ball and he wanted to slam it home against these pipsqueak clappers. Especially this white-haired white guy who was getting on his nerves. 50 points was 50 points even against the pipsqueak clappers. I will fucking march on, thought Zeke Rudolph, I imagine he was thinking, and humiliate these fucking weenies and further the Zeke Rudolph legend.